Okay, so this is my first time ever cutting my wig. I don't know, I kind of like it, but it's a little poofy. I never done layers before, and I needed a lot of layers because this is a really, really thick wig. So I did a lot of layers, but it's a little choppy, and I just straightened it out. I was off for 2 days, and I scrolled for a total of 26 hours. I'm not joking, 26 hours. And it's the whole dopamine mind reset. Like if you're scrolling, your mind's like releasing dopamine, and it like resets your neurons. So like all you want to do is scroll. Like you don't have the energy to do anything else because your mind is only like you're using all your dopamine for scrolling. So it's like an overload. And so yeah, I stayed and watched TV for 27 hours. And then today I was like, I'm not gonna do it. I'm just gonna watch like movies. And then finally I got out of bed because I wasn't scrolling. But I haven't brushed my teeth, sorry. I have decided that I want to be a CEO. I have been maladaptive daydreaming for like the longest time ever. And like since I was like a young, like 11, it's like a trauma response. Like your mind will like release like chemicals, like quiet your brain. It's like you're watching TV, like you're in like that zone, like you don't see anything else but what's on, like in your, like your mind quiets like different spots. It's the same thing, except for your body does it internally. And like maladaptive daydreaming is like a trauma response, and so I've always been doing it. And when I started healing, I realized that I needed to look inside, look to my dreams to like learn more stuff about me. So like I realized that I was like craving love because I was always dreaming about having like being in love, like people being in love and stuff like that. And like I learned so much about myself by dreams. Like I have like 500 ideas in my notes because like for a period I was like, these are like, because I was thinking about this guy, like making up scenarios, like this guy becomes famous, he does this and this, he travels the world, like he invents this, and like he's like a world-renowned scientist. And then I was like, oh, that's a good invention. Like, so I was like, let me write that down. So every time I like daydream, like, and it was always about like powerful people, like whatever they invented or whatever they're like famous for, like different ways they went about going through business and stuff like that. I was like, oh, I can do that. And after I like get out of my dream, like my trance, I would write it down. And so I've like been doing that for a while and like been like learning a lot of stuff about myself. So lately I have been dreaming about like going in and just fixing stuff, like fixing companies. Well, not me, but like people would go in and fix companies and like be like in control, or like the I know like this weird thing in my head is like the France, like this governor, like he's like using AI and he's like fixing everything in France, and France is like the world economic center and like the health center, and like just like stuff like that. Or like a girl will be a CEO and just fix everything. And it's like I've been having those dreams for like a while, and I'm like, I actually really enjoy them. And then like yesterday I was like, oh, maybe I want to be a CEO, like. And then I like thought about it, and I'm like, that actually like is a good idea. And I'm like, I think I want to be a CEO. And like what happens is like my mind, I'm not like functional like yet. Well, I'm functional, but I'm like not like fixed yet. So like I still have a lot of like gaps between like memories, what I'm feeling, like just different stuff. And so I feel like through like my maladaptive daydreaming, like it kind of fills in those gaps, because I don't think I'd ever figure out I wanted to be a CEO because I hate responsibility. I hate being the center. I hate being in charge. But then I like kept having these like maladaptive like daydreams about like fixing stuff. And I'm like, I think I'd be a good CEO, like in those scenarios. Like I would love that. And then I'm like, oh crap, I want to be a CEO. So like now I know that I want to be a CEO. So I have to figure out like why I hate responsibilities, why I don't want to be in this like center of attention and stuff like that. Because I know deep down like that I want to be a CEO. and it makes sense because I have all these ideas that like I've like, I don't know, like I've come up with, like maybe it's like a way of me being creative, but I have all these ideas, and like it makes sense. I'm gonna be a CEO. I don't know, but I've realized today I want to be a CEO, and that actually like, and it's crazy because I'm a Virgo, which I don't know, a lot of people don't believe in that, but I have a lot of like traits of like a dominant person, you know? But then it's like, I hate like responsibility. I hate being in charge, which like makes no sense. Like I have all these traits, but then I hate it, you know? So I think I hate it because of trauma. So I need to figure out how to like work my way, and the camera looks bad. Like I need to figure out how to work my way to being that person. But yeah, like I want to be a CEO. I want to be, and so I want to be a CEO. I found that out a couple weeks ago or months ago. I was like, oh, I didn't know what I want to be, and I'm like, oh, I want to be an entrepreneur, which like it's crazy because I'm the laziest person in the world, and like I've never even had those thoughts, but I kept on having like these daydreams. I'm like, oh, I want to be an entrepreneur. So I'm like, okay, I'm gonna be an entrepreneur. I'm gonna be a CEO, like, and then like there's other stuff like I can't even think of, but you know, and then I'm like, so like I'm like feel like I have like no direction, and so I'm like, my passion is like I figured out what my passion is. It's to get my foot in the door, because I just need one chance. I need money, and then like I will like, I have all like these ideas, I have all these things like, and that's all I need, you know? I just need one shot. And so like that's my passion. So I'm like, let me do these videos and like maybe build an audience and become an influencer. I don't know if it'll work or not, but like I think that's my way in. So I'm glad that I'm like in the stage of healing, and like maladaptive daydreaming is actually like, besides like keeping me in these states for like hours, like it's actually like, you know, it's actually like helping me. It's weird. And then also there's like a Southport killer, and he was like a normal kid. It's like in England. It's like a black kid. He looks like a little demon, and he like was like a normal kid, but I think he had mental health issues, and then he like just went crazy and like killed all these people. And I'm just like, for the first time I really understand, because I have mental health issues, like my body's stressed, not my head, my body's stressed. And so like in a matter of like a year, not even a year, I moved in this area where my mom used to live. Like I remember before I went to boarding school, I remember like living there with my mom, and like in like a course of like 3 months I like went crazy. And so like I understand for the first time like how mental health, because trauma doesn't leave the body, you know? It just like, if you don't take care of it, it just like, it starts to be like come out in like mental health issues. And so like I understand like what they're going through and stuff like that, which is really crazy. And it's so sad for like a lot of Black people, because we do have like really bad mental health. And yeah, I love my bangs now. But anyways, oh, is it uneven? Oh, is it because I'm sitting like that? But anyways, I am just gonna keep on daydreaming and working on becoming disciplined. That's my 25 goal. I have 4 goals: wellness routine, mental health, credit card debt, wellness, and then like becoming disciplined. I want to build inner strength, and so because I think I'm gonna need that for the future, because I know I'm gonna be someone. I always knew, but like, yeah. So I know I'm gonna be like, I know it's crazy, but I've always known like I'm gonna be like filthy rich. And I know like, oh my gosh, I could cry thinking of it, because I know like, because during my maladaptive daydreaming, like I remember like you need to give 10% tithe to the Lord. And like in my dreams, like I would be like, I was like so like I was so rich, and like all my companies, I'd like give 10%, and I would start this organization that would like give to missionaries and stuff like that around the world. And I'm like, I know that I'm gonna be a key player. I know I'm gonna be something great. Just like I'm prolonging this because like I have chronic laziness, or like I'm in functional freeze. I can't get out of bed. I have no motivation to do anything. But it's like once I figure that out, like, and like get like this year I have to work on mental health, I have to work on discipline, I have to work on being productive, and I feel like I'm posting every day and like building an audience because that's gonna be my way in. But I feel like I really like, once I'm in, like I'm gonna be in. So yeah, anyways, I'm gonna look back in like 10 years and like, actually I'm gonna leave this online because people are gonna be like, I don't know, because I'm gonna get like plastic surgery, so I'm gonna look so different. I'm gonna be so pretty. I'm getting a nose job and like getting all that done, and like my face shape gets so long, and like some other stuff. But I know I'm gonna be like huge. But, and that's not just me like saying I'm gonna be a rapper one day. Like I actually know, which is really crazy. But anyways.